much do you think you spend on anime and related content?
I don't think about how much I spend on it, but the average volume of manga is $7.99, $8.99, and I have a collection of over 1,000 volumes. So I'll let that speak for itself.
Now, I know you also recently published a book, and I wonder if you could talk a little bit about that and also how you see this industry growing in the last few years.
I wrote a book called Weirdo that I call the Nerdy Kid's Instruction Manual for Self-Love and Self-Confidence. It is a manga-inspired graphic novel that focuses on my personal story, overcoming mental health trauma and learning to love myself. We were nominated for a Harvey Award and an Eisner Award for Best Children's Publication. I think that stories are always going to be lucrative as long as you know how to monetize them properly. And one of the strengths of manga and anime as an industry is that they figured out economically what works best for the stories that they want to tell. I think Western publishers are still trying to figure that out. But in the Japanese market especially, they got it down to a science.
What do you think accounts for the explosive growth of anime and manga in the United States in particular in recent years?
I think that the Japanese economic system incentivizes stories that the Western economic system does not. And as a result, the stories that you find traditionally in manga and anime ironically manage to fill gaps that are left by the Western marketplace. And these are gaps that, from what I'm seeing, when you think about shonen, when you think about shoujo, when you think about slice of life, these are very lucrative gaps. They're very large audiences that are interested in these stories. So I think a part of it is just because there is not as much competition, and economically, manga can sometimes come out once a week. So there's new content happening every week. Whereas for like my book, for example, the publisher that publishes my book, at best, you're going to get one new book a year. Whereas manga is saying, I'm giving you one volume every month. Now, the flip side of that, it kind of comes at the expense of the health of the creators, which is kind of a weakness of the industry. But the people that are making the money aren't the people that are drawing it, so they don't have to deal with that drawback as much.
Last thing before I let you go, we have a podcast called Make Me Smart, and we have the Make Me Smart question, which I'd like you to answer. What's something you thought you knew that you later found out you were wrong about?
I thought that having a lot of followers on the internet made things easy. I want you to know it does not. I thought having a lot of followers on the internet might open some doors. And certainly I didn't show up to build an audience in the effort of trying to make something easier for myself. But I see people go like, oh, that person has a lot of followers. We should give them this. We should give them this. And, you know, I've reached a point where I'm like, oh, I wonder when people will give me things. And it hasn't happened yet. I'm still scrapping, but that's okay.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.